How's it going, everyone? This is the George here. And first of all, it's New Year's Eve, so a happy new year. Here I'm looking forward to 2024 and future videos. But we're going to end 2023 off with another film review, the last video and review of 2023. And it is on The Iron Claw. This is the newest film from A24, directed and written by Sean Durkin, and stars Zac Efron, Lily James, and Holt McCallany. Sorry if I mispronounced that last name. And this is based on the true story of the Von Erich wrestling family, showing the greatness of this family as well as the tragedy that this family has been through. And all this took place from the early 1980s to early 1990s. So going to this movie, I heard a lot about this movie that's considered one of the best movies because I'm not that familiar with the story. I know about wrestling. I don't follow wrestling like some of my friends do, but I know some of the things about wrestling. But I was curious about this movie because I've always enjoyed Zac Efron. He's one of the few that came out of Disney that I honestly think is a very good actor. He has improved his craft throughout so many years. And A24 makes some really good movies. One of my favorite movies in the last 5 years that came from them was Uncut Gems, a movie that made me feel uncomfortable but also engaged. I was on the edge of my seat and I kept wanting to watch despite how uncomfortable some of the situations Adam Sandler's character had gotten into. And with this movie, we once again get another great movie from the studio with some powerful performances, especially from Zac Efron. As I said, Zac Efron has improved his craft of acting compared to other stars that have come from Disney. No disrespect for Disney Channel stars, but Zac Efron has really stepped it up, especially in recent years. And here, not just his performance, the commitment to getting into shape in playing this older brother of the Von Erich family who is looking out for his brothers. His performance as Kevin is terrific, and it's not the award performance of the year. I think Cillian Murphy, he's my choice to win for Best Actor, but I wouldn't be surprised if Zac Efron gets nominated, and I wouldn't be upset if he gets nominated. I think he did very well. Lily James plays his wife Pam, and she does a very good job of being this rock and anchor for him as he's dealing with all this family tragedy, all this stuff that's happening, and bringing him back to reality and reminding him that you also have a family right now. And I find the story to be very interesting because, to show how great this family was, how great each of these sons were in their own way of wrestling, and their relationship with their father, their Fritz, played by Home McCallany, and he does a very good job of portraying this father. Now, I'm not that familiar with the story, so I don't know what the father was like in real life. But he does such a great job of portraying this father that, one minute he'll seem like this caring father, but then he'll also be this father that's pushing his sons, and sometimes he pushes them too far. And some of his parenting methods in this movie are very questionable. For example, at one point in the movie, he's saying that you're my favorite, then you, and you, but the rankings can change. And I'm not a parent, but obviously favoritism shouldn't be how to parent. But the fact that he basically said it out loud and said, "Hey, depending on how you guys do with your athletic careers, your wrestling careers, it can always change." And the fact that they're trying to get dad's approval and capture that greatness that he always says was robbed from him, to me, tells a very emotional story. And seeing the storylines of each of these brothers and how they deal with certain stuff. You got one brother who got into this terrible accident. This one brother who got serious injuries. This other brother who his priority is to be a musician, but he's kind of pushed into the wrestling scene. Just showing the story arcs of these brothers, not just Zac Efron's character, but also these other brothers. It just works very well. Some of the camera work I also really enjoyed as well. I think it's some terrific camera work that also captures what's happening in the scene. For example, this is a minor spoiler, but one of the brothers, he's going on his motorcycle. Obviously, this is important with what happens with this character later on. But the way the camera is working, it feels like you, the viewer, are riding the motorcycle as well. So they do such a great job with that. Some of the montages where you see Kevin Von Erich training works very well. The wrestling matches, they look really cool. They're entertaining. Is this a perfect movie? No, I would say there's a couple of scenes that I think dragged on a little bit longer than they needed to. But as I said, I'm not as familiar with the story, so I don't know if there was a purpose for certain things to drag out. Also, and I didn't realize this, apparently there was actually another brother in real life, and he got cut from the movie because the filmmakers didn't want to have another tragedy in the movie. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it might just feel off in some way. I don't know. I'm not trying to nitpick because this is a phenomenal movie. This is probably one of my top 5 favorite movies of 2023. And obviously, my picks to win the Oscars and award shows that will be coming because award season is going to be coming as we get into the new year in the next few months. My picks are Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon because I think they're still the more superior movies overall. But this is a movie that I think if it was made in some other year, this would probably be my pick to win many awards because it's got great performances, a great story, great direction, great cinematography. The Iron Claw is a movie that I think you should go check out, especially if you're a wrestling fan. Like, I'm not the biggest wrestling fan, and I love this movie. And I'm thinking the more about it and just like how emotional it was for me. It's the most emotional movie of 2023, and I think it deserves a watch. I'm gonna give the Iron Claw an A. This is a terrific movie, and I highly recommend you go check it out. It's definitely one of the best movies of 2023. So, the Iron Claw, have you seen it? What'd you think about it? Is it one of your favorite movies of 2023? Do you think Zac Efron gave a terrific performance like I did? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you want to share what some of your favorite movies of 2023 were since it's the last day of 2023, feel free to as well. I think I'll do a list maybe next weekend. I know it's a little late, but I want to do a list because there were certain movies I wanted to get out of the way. There was a movie that I saw during break that I didn't get a chance to see in theaters that I finally saw, and I loved it. And I will share it when I do my top 10 list. But yeah, I'll do that next weekend. And yeah, 2023 is done. I am looking forward to 2024. A lot of movies that I'm excited for, and a lot of older movies that I want to review as well. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for watching, not just this video, but just watching my videos for this year and the past couple years. It really means a lot. Please like and subscribe already if you haven't. And please share us with someone that also loves the Iron Claw or is a wrestling fan that loves movies based on true events. And I hope to see you guys real soon. Take care, everyone.